Did you know that Friday the 13th on the NES is one of the first survival horror games ever made? It's a widely misunderstood game. It didn't help that the game instructions were misleading and didn't explain enough either. And everyone who first played this game can easily attest to how unintuitive it is and how frustrating it was. So what the hell do you do in this game? And could it actually be possible that LGN made a good game? When you first start the game, you are told to use the torch to light the fireplace. This is both incorrect and not needed at all, so just ignore that. The basics of the game is you need to kill Jason over the span of 3 days. He gets stronger and faster on each day. You win if you kill Jason on each of the 3 days. You lose at any time if all 15 children are killed, or all 6 counselors are killed. There's a Jason alarm that goes off indicating if he's attacking the children or another counselor, and you move to that location to confront him. You may also randomly encounter him on the overworld if you walk on his current stalking path. There also are lesser foes scattered throughout the overworld. Their existence in this game makes no sense, like why are zombies, wolves, and crows going after you? Which Friday the 13th movie was this from? Throughout the game, you can control any of 6 counselors. Each counselor has differing strengths, like moving faster, jumping higher, or rowing faster. You usually will just stick with Mark and Chrissy, who are the fastest. You can swap to them within the small cabins by activating the action menu with select, and then choosing change, or by pressing start to open up the map within the small cabin and choosing from there. To kill Jason, you need to upgrade your counselor's weapons. The default weapon, the stones, does a pitiful amount of damage to him. There are various weapons, but the strongest weapon is the torch. It does not actually light the fireplace like you read at the beginning. Normally, finding the torch requires some blind exploration and experimentation. This game makes navigation so unintuitive though, so I really do not recommend going into this blindly. Like sometimes it appears going left on the screen goes right on the map. What the hell is with that? There is a method to this madness, though it's complicated to explain. Check out my link here if you want a guided walkthrough of this game, where I'll detail it. Unlike games like Legend of Zelda where you can freely explore all day, here Jason is constantly stalking the counselors and the children while you explore. Think about it in Legend of Zelda like, if you're exploring and Ganon's just chasing after you after every second, yeah, welcome to Friday the 13th. Pile on the poor instructions, various sources of misinformation in-game and online, and unintuitive navigation, and you're in for one hell of a frustrating experience. This is why most people write this game off and just give up, and I don't blame them. This is a game where you need to put some time into learning it to be able to fully enjoy it. There's a few other notable frustrations in this game. Sometimes there are cheap hits, like when rowing, Jason can speed by to deal unavoidable damage, or water zombies can launch right in front of you and you just will not have enough time to react. Throughout the game, you can pick up medicine which lightly heals your counselors at least, otherwise your only healing is at the start of every day. All surviving counselors have their full health restored. To say the least, this is a tough game, even if you know what you're doing. Okay, so now you understand the basics of the game and why it's so unintuitive and frustrating. So what's so good about this game? The best part by far is the game does a great job of building suspense. For instance, when you're just running along the overworld, Jason may suddenly appear and run at you, throwing axes in your face. Or when you're inside a cabin he's attacking, you know he's hiding in there somewhere. As you start turning around, inspecting every corner, he suddenly appears and immediately comes out swinging. This game will give you fits of anxiety. Friday the 13th also does a great job of forcing you to weigh your priorities. The longer you wait, the more damage he does to the children or the counselor he's attacking. But if you keep stopping what you're doing to help with every attack, you'll never get strong enough to take him on. You'll lose the battle of attrition. If you want an accurate, fully detailed guide in this game, I highly recommend 8-Bit Steve's book, The Easy Way, Friday the 13th. It's full of colored, detailed maps, visuals, and explanations that will help you master this game. Most games I recommend are easy to learn and difficult to master. This one is the oddball one, which is difficult to learn, but simple-ish to master. Despite all of its flaws, once you learn how this game works and what you need to do, I find it to be a fun, exciting experience. There's enough randomness in this game that each playthrough is slightly different as well. If you like survival horror games, I highly recommend learning this one. There's still 2 more weeks of October, and I'm not sure what other retro horror-themed games to review. Let me know if you have some suggestions on ones to cover in the comments below. Thanks again for watching.